What's up, folks? Welcome to Wizards Outlook. We got Cardo Dudley Jr. here, Raymond Lyons, and Wilson Tarpe Jr. And, look, the Washington Wizards got their first preseason win. 113-95 over the Raptors. Cardell, last time we were here, we were talking about turnovers. They were still a bit of the story tonight, but you were in the building. Your take on how things worked out, from how things started to when Washington got into control.
Well, yeah, it started how it's been going the last two games, but they got themselves together. Um, Again, Kispert, kind of helped them find a rhythm offensively, and then you started slowly seeing them put it together defensively. Um, Koulibaly was flying all over the place. Alex Sarr didn't score in the first part, but he was being anchored defensively. Um, You saw their guards pressuring their guards, kind of returning the favor from when they played them in the first preseason game up in Canada. And you saw the young boys kind of grow up. You know what I'm saying? Like I think I told you after the Raptors game up in Canada, I said I wanted to see how Bud would respond when they played him again tonight against them same guards. And he adjusted quickly, as I felt he would do. You know what I mean? That's why he was drafted high and he got payback. You know what I mean? He played well. He had the pressure. It's night and day from how the pressure bothered him in his first preseason game to now. He looked like Bud. You know what I mean? And how he adjusted is reflective of how the team overall adjusted. And honestly, as the game went along, they realized they had to clamp down defensively because that's what the Raptors was doing to them, and not turn the ball over. Not turn the ball over. They was sloppy with the ball early on, just very just casual, too cool for school type passes and stuff. And you can't do that against the Raptors, man. They got too many athletes, too many tall guys with length, man. They just in the passing lanes for no reason. Like Scotty Barnes was just, he was all over the place, just getting deflections and steals and going the other way. You just can't do that. Once they calmed down and just started executing and playing efficient brand of basketball, they were able to pull away. They had 14 turnovers in the first half. Second half, they only had 7 total. In the first half, Toronto scored 17 points off the Wizards' 14 turnovers. Second half, they only allowed 4 points off the Wizards' turnovers. That's a huge difference. Also, what also hurt them in the first half, they couldn't make a free throw to save their life. Like Kuz just went off. He started getting it going as it went along, but I think the young fellas coming in trying to get in the rotation, establish themselves, their sense of urgency kind of fed off into the vets, and then the vets started playing how they should be playing to begin with, man. You know what I mean? All in all, I like how they rebounded and got this revenge win, so to speak, because they got embarrassed up in Canada. Ain't no other way of putting it. They made the Wizards look like they don't belong on the NBA court overall. They're being honest. But tonight, the Wizards kind of repaid the favor, man. The young boys, man. They're gonna need them young boys to grow up, quick, fast, in a hurry. I love what I saw out of them. So I already talked about Bud Keyshawn George. Honestly, in the preseason, out of all the three, he's probably played the best. You know what I'm saying? And he coming into the preseason, he's probably the one that people talked about the least. You know what I mean? Ultimate 3D guy, but he can put the ball on the floor and make things happen, man. You see what I'm saying? And the 9 points, 3 or 4 shooting, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. I mean, come on, man. You know what I mean? Like he guard 1 through 4. He's a special talent, and he's fearless, man. He's like he's coming, man. I love his game. I love his talent, man. Alex Sarr, I love his rim protection at first. You know what I mean? He ain't getting a lot of chances to shoot. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna kill him on the points scored or whatnot. But I like how he was active on the boards and then underneath, man. He gotta continue to finish strong though. A couple times he had opportunities. He went up kind of for layups. And against the Raptors especially, man, the guards will get up there with the bigs. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta go in there just to put anything and everything in the basket every time. And he got it. That should be his mentality. He should be just play mean. When you in the paint, just play mean. I'm putting anything that jump with me in the basket, and if they foul me or I miss, so what? That should be your mentality. And if he can add that to what he does on the perimeter and versatility, he's gonna be a hell of a player for sure, man. Like Bud was Bud, man. 12, 6 and 4, decent defense all night, pressuring guys. There's nothing more you can say about that. But Corey Kispert, man, 20 points, 7-11, contract year. He's due for a contract, and he's playing like it. He's playing like back of the brain stroke. It's in his preseason, but I don't expect him to just slow down because he's always been a marksman, but with his improvement on defense over the years and the way he can now create off the bounce and stuff, where if you run out at him hard, he can make you pay by 1-2 dribble pull-ups, mid-range against to the basket, and we all know he can hit free throws. He's a threat, man. And Valanciunas. It was kind of funny watching him. Look, I'm not gonna argue with dudes in the league because they feeling obviously they say Steven Adams is the strongest dude in the league. Cool, but Valanciunas ain't far behind him, man. You can just like he was drawing fouls but just leaning on dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like it was funny watching that. And the thing is, he doesn't even have his rhythm yet. But you can see what his impact gonna be. Like when Butler was finding them and stuff like that. And Bub and all that when they was finding him underneath, man, he's just so strong. Dudes bounce off of him. And he's fundamentally saying, I like the fact that he catches the ball and he's already up high. And he forces you to have to go up there with him, but he's already up there and he can finish, man. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to be able to get them easy points and, free throw shooting, free throws. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got enough guys that's going to put up threes. You got to get easy points. And he's going to be huge for them, man. So all in all, good all-around win.
Ray, your thoughts on them getting their first win of the preseason?
Yeah, I just love what I saw from the young guys just as a group. The thing that stood out to me and it's probably going to be the most important thing for them is they all show a desire to play defense. We know that's been lacking around here the last few years, but that's going to be hugely important for them. Like Cardell pointed out, they didn't get into the game until they settled down defensively, along with stop turning the ball over and allowing Toronto to get out on fast breaks and actually giving themselves a chance to play defense. Once they kind of got settled on that end and play smarter with the basketball on the offensive end, they got control of the game and started to, impose their will. The improvements that Bilal is showing already, he's just more confidence for one. He's adding things to his game. So with the left to right crossover, drive to lane, 2-hand flush, we wasn't seeing a lot of that last year. He's getting more confident with the catch and shoot threes. So just see his improvement and growth at this point is it's good to see Kispert. One thing I'll always give him credit for, he's come back each season adding something else to his game. And it's paying dividends, man. And they talked a lot on the broadcast about the kind of shape he's in. That's going to make a difference. It's going to allow him to be better defensively. It's going to make him. We saw him kind of put the ball on the floor a little bit more last year. Being in better shape is going to help that as well, along with the things he already does. So it's just refreshing to see guys improving and showing dedication and wanting to get better. With Kuz and Poole, they're going to have to be the guys. I'm not really stressing too much right now, but once the season rolls around, they're going to have to round into shape. Neither one of them really shot the ball well tonight, but I think with the energy of the young guys, it's gonna pretty much force them to lead. So yeah, man. We always start out with cautious optimism for the Wizards, but they're giving us some things to be hopeful about. I do really like this young group. It's going to be interesting to see how they progress throughout the season. But yeah, man, and the Valanciunas pickup, that I love that move for them. He gives them something that they don't have, a legit five, a guy that's going to bruise people, get down there and rebound, set some solid screens. He doesn't really have the same kind of skill set as Gortat, but he can give some of the things that Gortat gave. And I mean, yeah, they don't have a player like John Wall either, but a big dude like that setting some screens and creating some space and giving people some room is going to make a difference, man. So So yeah, good to see them get their first preseason win, especially against a team that kind of put it on them the last time they saw them. It was definitely good to see them adjust and respond the way they did. But yeah, man, it was a good game.
Yeah, echo you guys' sentiments with the youngsters. I think they all contributed once again. It's good to see, like you mentioned, Cardell, see Bub bounce back. Only one turnover tonight after dealing with that type of pressure the first time. Hell of an adjustment. Only turned it over once. Also, just look more comfortable. Keyshawn is Keyshawn at this point. I'm just gonna accept that he is who he is, and I'm not gonna be one of those people that's gonna wait too much from now. The kid looks comfortable in terms of I feel like he's self-aware. He knows who he is as a player, and he's comfortable doing the things. That's a solid line, man. I don't care who you are. 9 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. Like you had your hands in a little bit of everything. In everything. You talked about Sar Cardell with maybe his impact not necessarily showing if you just glance at the box score. There times we saw some of that, some of what people were excited about when he got drafted defensively. I think it was one time he switched out on Scotty Barnes and poked the ball away, stuck with him, shot clock going down, and then glassed it. Like that's not normal for bigs, and that's one of those things that is one of those you would love for your bigs to be able to do. And like we've seen him, the other thing we've seen him for the most part through 3 games now, he shot the ball pretty well from 3 consistently through preseason. I mean, like you said, I agree. Definitely got to get used to as soon as you go up down there, it got to be pure violence. You got to go up with that type of intent. And the Raptors are so freaking annoying, man. I'm definitely gonna be paying attention to them as the season goes on. Like I know they didn't have all hands on deck, but they just no matter who's out there, they're just flying around. Kudos for Washington for addressing the turnover issue because it was crazy the other night. It was out of control. It was just totally out of control.
And also shout out to Brian Key, man. I like how he don't let stuff slide. He called the timeouts quick. No, full run. No, I don't like what I see. Y'all tripping. Like, I like that, man. Like, man, it's been a rough couple years, man. We watching 15-0 runs, and then the time I'm like, my man, it's over. He don't let it something no. Come out the second half slow, quick timeout. Y'all tripping. This is not what we talked about.
That was my favorite timeout.
Right out of control.
That was my favorite timeout. Was I know we just talked about this timeout. Like I know we just talked about this timeout. But again,
and they said, and the players said that's how it was going to be in media day. So they know what time it is. Nope. And they on them. I'm watching assistant coaches too, pulling the young. You can tell certain assistant coaches are assigned to certain positions of players and all that. Like Vanderpool, obviously he's a guard. He on the guards. You see what I'm saying? Getting on the guard, why are you passing that? You can just hear him. Like, come on, man. Like, get over the screen. Do X, Y, Z. And I'm like, cool. You know what I'm saying? I like that because that's what it's going to take. They got to coach these young fellas up because they're going to need them as the season progresses. They need them to make an impact. They don't make an impact, the Wizards not going to win. It's simple as that.
Facts, and again, keep in mind, 3 of them in the first round, right? You need them all to make consistent contributions on a nightly basis. You don't do that for no reason. All of them, like you said, are going to be needed on a nightly basis. All right, player of the game for you guys.
Corey Kispert, sure.
Yeah.
All right, Corey Kispert. No other nominees. X Factor.
I'm gonna roll with Koulibaly, man. I love his defensive impact. 13 points, 4 rebounds. Should have been 15 points. Blew that dunk. He got a little too happy. But man, yeah, his impact was crazy, man, especially defensively.
Right.
Yeah, I agree, man. It is preseason, but defense was already his strong suit, and he already looks better on that end than he did last year. Yeah, man, just the versatility looked like he got a little stronger, and he had a growth spurt, which is crazy, but that just makes him more, more deadly on that end. So yeah, I'll roll with Bilal.
Yeah, no argument there at all. I think one of the things, like you just talking about the gaining weight, I think it was in the second half. Knife to the basket, took some contact. Last year, he's falling. Last year he's hitting the glass, hitting the ground and picking himself up. Last year, like the same routine type play. This year, defender fails a blocker foul. Again, Cardell, you always preaching, you know, that room that people are like to be allergic to. It's important. It literally matters. The other thing I just appreciated tonight, I know this doesn't really have to do with X Factor, but the overall activity, you seen the size of some of these youngsters. Like they had 8 blocks tonight. Their blocks didn't all come from bigs.
No, Gar is flying in,
mm-hmm.
rotating over. But Bilal, like it was one, I forgot who shot the ball from the Raptors. Coos was behind. It might have been Barnes, and Bilal rotated over. Yeah, he glassed that up to the top of the square.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like they didn't do that. They didn't have that last year. You know what I'm saying? They got multiple guys that can do that. You know what I mean? Like Sar has shown the ability to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Keyshawn to do it too, man. You got guys even like Bub and all them, Jared, they'll fly in there and try to sneak, like get a little sneak block from behind and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, Wilson, they got to stay in the way of him. Ain't no, if you don't, you're done. I don't care all that skill stuff is cute. But as soon as they put their body and forearm on you and all that, you're going to get the dead legs and you can't shoot no more. Then you can't dribble. You're going to be falling all over the place. And the ref's not going to call every call. And then it's going to be turnovers. And then the coach is just going to bench you. You're physically not ready to play. And I just understand why some youngers got to learn the hard way, especially when your rope is short. You know what I'm saying? As far as making a roster, making the league. And you need to cover everything, all bases, man. So you ready to go. You know what I mean? And that's something you can do on your own. Like, hey, that's just, it's not hype. It's not people talking trash. These are grown men. Like, you got to be ready to go. Like the big Comanche or whatever his name is for the Raptors. Mm-hmm. Oh, he got welcome to the league dealing with Valanciunas, bro. Like Valanciunas posted them up. And the dude was like grabbing on all Valanciunas did was catch the ball and just fake. He ain't even trying to shoot it, but he just faked like he was shooting to draw the foul on him. And he just looking at the coach said, like, yo, play defense. Like, why you grabbing him? And I know he looking at the bench just like that, but I understand, man. It's like, yeah, you haven't felt nothing this strong before. You using all your strength and he using 10% and just treat you like a little boy. And you're used to being dominant, I'm sure. And it's a hell of a wake-up call. But why wait to have it happen in real time when you could have did something about it prior? That's all I'm saying.
You would think, especially since it's one of the few things in your control as you move up. It's something you can control. And yeah, JV's a big dude. Just a general reminder. I'm sure we're going to say this multiple times throughout the season. That is a very large human being. I don't think people really get how much space that man takes up. But for Washington, it was good to see them on the winning side of things. They still got to be a little bit better with the ball. It's preseason. Like, you guys know where we are. Take it as it is. Everything's just kind of much, for the most part, a grain of salt. They got it. Yep, free throws. Yes. Lord, yes, free throws.
Oh, they 26 to 38. They made their free throws. It's a thorough beatdown.
Yeah.
And they got shooters. That's why I'm shocked. I'm like, man, like, who's airball this? I'm like, Lord.
Yeah, that one shook me a little bit. I was like, airball. Like, I thought my feed skipped to something real quick. And it was like, nah. I think the broadcast heard me say, because they definitely was like, no, it was airball. But look, they got another game Monday up in New York. They're taking on the Nets. So it's another opportunity to see if they can continue to take steps forward. Like, I'm with you guys. I think they did take a step forward tonight defensively from what we've seen in the past games. Let's see if they continue to take another step as we get closer and closer to the regular season. You guys had anything else? Nah. I appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all soon.